Start with introducing myself. My name is Marco Velez. I'm taking Communications 115, and this is my introductory, sorry, my informative speech about the benefits through the Veterans Administration. And on board, I have my brother Ramon, my sister-in-law Diana, and my friend Priscilla in attendance Google Hangouts. All right, and thanks again, guys, for attending. And then Ramon and Diana, if you could just mute your microphone.
I've been breathing so long.
It's so loud.
There we go. Oh, that's better. Okay. All right, guys. So going over the, again, my name is Marco Velez. This is for Communications 115. And these are going to be the different types of benefits you can get through the Veterans Administration that are available to folks who have served. So per the 2014 Census Bureau, there are 21.8 million veterans in the United States. It's likely everybody knows a veteran and could use this information. I myself am an 11-year veteran, and I also worked as a family assistance coordinator with the California Army National Guard. My job was to facilitate the contractual commitments that the military owes its service members and their families. And so, in essence, I was a coordinator of these benefits, and I helped to facilitate this information and also the different entities that were available for everybody. And one of them, or sorry, specifically for service members and their families, but specifically what we're going to talk about today is the benefits you get through the VA, or through the Veteran Administration. So the most common benefits we have or that are used are the GI Bill, the Vocational Rehabilitation Program, and also the Veterans Healthcare Administration. And I'll just go into short detail about every single one of these things, and I'll let you know where you can go to find out more information about them. So to start off, to qualify as a veteran, you have to have served honorably, and after that you're considered a veteran and you can begin using these benefits right away. The way it works is, if you had served, to qualify as a veteran, it's anybody who had served on active service in any United States military branch over 90 days. So, and that includes being activated for training if you're in the reserves or the National Guard, and you go anything long. Normally, you'll be activated for longer than 90 days during your training area or phase. So, and after that, you are considered a veteran, and you start using your benefits immediately through the VA. The first actual benefit I'm going to talk about is the post 9/11 GI Bill. So I'm going to go into detail about two different types of GI Bill: the post 9/11 and the Montgomery GI Bill. The post 9/11 is the newest form of educational benefit that the VA offers for veterans who serve. And the way to qualify for this is if you had served any time after September 10th, 2001, for any length of it's about a specific period of time. And those who qualify, if you were in the reserves or the National Guard, or if you were deployed overseas under a Title 10, so if you had gone to Iraq, Afghanistan, or Kosovo, or Egypt, you would qualify for the post 9/11 GI Bill. And the way it works is, let me see, veterans who served at least 90 days of active duty service after September 10, 2001 and receive an honorable discharge will qualify for the post 9/11 GI Bill. To qualify for the full benefit, a veteran must have at least served 3 years on active duty after September 10, 2001. So the way it works is the post 9/11 GI Bill has a different form of payment versus the traditional Montgomery GI Bill. If you were to serve 1 year on active service, you would qualify for 60% of the post 9/11 GI Bill. And the way that works is what it will pay is 60% of your tuition fees, your also a housing allowance, and to be more specific, hold on. sorry, with tuition and fee payments, you get a monthly housing allowance, you have books and supply stipend, and depending on your location, you can qualify for a one-time rural benefit. And that's depending if you live out, if you live out in what's considered a rural area, but it's by the Veterans Administration standards how to qualify for that. So let's see. Now the schools that accept the GI Bill will have to be accredited. So you can use, you can go to the VA educational program and ask questions about if your school qualifies. 9 times out of 10, if you already have a school in mind and you're attending one, they will have a actual veterans representative that can help you out and can walk you through, see what type of benefits you would qualify for, especially specifically pointing towards the post 9/11 if you're curious about that. Let's see. So depending on the actual cost for the academic year, it will not exceed $21,000. So you can have you can get covered up to $21,970 for one academic year if you qualify for the 100% term. And if you qualify for anything less, it'll cover that percentage. So it's be 90% of 21,000, 80% or 60%, and it just goes down. Let's see. All right. Excuse me. So for the moving on to the next benefit is the Montgomery GI Bill. This is what is considered the traditional GI Bill, and the way that plan works is if you have it falls under almost the same principles as the post 9/11 GI Bill. However, you can use this versus you can use the Montgomery GI Bill versus the post 9/11 GI Bill. And the way it works is it pays for tuition, and it pays a certain percentage every month. You'll get let's see, to be eligible for the Montgomery GI Bill, you must meet the following 2 requirements no matter when or how you originally became eligible for the Montgomery GI Bill. You have to have a honorable discharge. It must be fully honorable or under honorable conditions, or a general discharge. Eligibility for the Montgomery GI Bill for the bill. Important note is if you had more than 1 enlistment and received an honorable discharge from at least one of them, you may be eligible regardless of your financial discharge status. Let's see. The Montgomery GI Bill covers, let's see, for trainings. Again, this is for accredited services or accredited schools only. And the way it works is the Montgomery GI Bill will actually send you a monthly, they'll send you either by direct deposit or a check. They'll send you $1,800 if you're going full time. So that means 12 credit hours. If you're attending school for 12 credit hours, that's considered full time for the VA, and you'll get $1,800 a month. That is your responsibility to pay to your school. So you won't get that money for yourself. What ends up being is like they'll send it to the actual person that's entitled to that service, that benefit, and they'll end up having to send that money to the school. Any other costs that you accrue, books or housing allowance or housing, that is going to be your responsibility to take care of. But it's one of the oldest services as far as educational benefits that the Veterans Administration provides for veterans that served honorably. So when you're going on to find or to apply for both of these benefits, you have 2 options. Most veterans and most service members right now will have access to something called e-benefits, and I'll show you the link after I'm done wrapping up here. And when you go to e-benefits, you can follow the links, and you look for under the educational tab, and you'll select on apply, and you'll go through there, and I'll ask you what type of educational benefit you're going to apply for. And you'll have several options, but if you're going for the traditional Montgomery GI Bill, you'll go for Chapter 30. If you go for the Chapter 31 GI Bill, which is going to be, assuming Chapter 33 GI Bill, which is going to be the post 9/11, it'll have that option as well. And the other option is if you don't have access to e-benefits, which requires a login and password, you'll go to Veterans Online Application, also known as VAWN app. So you can Google that. It's VAWN app, V-O-N like Nancy, A-P-P, VAWN app. So Google that if you have any questions about if you don't have access to e-benefits and you want to access your or apply for those two types of GI Bill. So moving on. I may have to do this again. You know what, guys? I'm going to do this again too. So, because this is pretty bad. All right, correctional rehab home. Going on to the second benefit that we have. So not all veterans want to attend a traditional 4-year university. Luckily, those veterans can take advantage of the vocational rehabilitation program to assist with their transition to the civilian world. The vocational rehabilitation program. What exactly is it? It's a comprehensive evaluation to determine abilities and skills and interests to help with employment. You'll receive vocational counseling, rehabilitation planning, and for your employment skills. Employment services such as job training, job seeking skills, resume development, and other work readiness assistance. Assistance finding and keeping a job, including the use of special employer incentives and job accommodations. You'll get on-the-job training, apprenticeships, and non-paid work experiences. Post-secondary training in college, vocational, and technical business or school. This, like the GI Bill, is also will also assist with paying tuition for the actual service, for the benefits, or for the actual training. And you'll probably receive some extra tools to help you progress along. And let's see, post-secondary training, independent living for services. Okay. All right, now who can use it? Now this is more specific about who qualifies for this type of service. Anybody who can use it is going to be considered, you have to have a disability or qualified for an actual disability through the VA itself, what they call a service-connected disability. In most states, you can qualify for vocational rehab by having at least a 10% ratings disability. And if you have any questions about that, you can go to va.gov and you can see what how the ratings work as far as what qualifies for a disability. But you have to have had applied and asked for the actual disability rating. Let's see. And one of the more important things is receive a discharge that is other than dishonorable, and then how to sign up for it. One of the benefits of the vocational rehab, they're gonna tell you that you're gonna have to go to e-benefits, but you can actually go in person. If you look, if you Google the vocational rehabilitation in your state, you can find out where the office is and call them, and you can apply in person, or they'll have you applying on through ebenefits.gov. Moving on, one of the benefits that's been around the longest for honorably discharged veterans is the Veterans Health Administration, which covers your medical care for honorably discharged veterans. And so we're just going to go over a few things about how it works and what exactly it covers. Let's see. There's definitely going to be a dry line. All right.
Can I stop you?
Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm all over the place.
You know, it doesn't. We don't need to cover all 3 topics.
No?
The speech is only supposed to be 5 minutes.
And how long did I go?
I have like 20.
Really?
So I think you only need to talk about the GI Bill. I don't think you need to talk about all 3 subjects.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
want to start over?
Yeah, we're going to start over. Okay. ¿Me escucharon? Can't hear you. Ramon, Diana. No te escucho. I can't hear either one of you. I can't hear you. Unmute the mic.
Just talk about the GI Bill.
All right.
Talk about both sections.
What you mad?
All right. Sorry.
Marco,
You good? All right. I'm gonna sit. Monday.
there's any benefits for beer?
Huh?
Apaga la chingadera.
One of you guys has to turn down your volume.
Ramon.
All right. So what's it? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna like just get my shit organized, and then I'll call you. I'll set another invite. Okay? Sale. Thank you.
Salud.
Cheers.